और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी। ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hi, welcome everybody to this fabulous webinar that we've organized today. A very, very warm welcome to all our participants who have logged in, who have found time from their busy schedules during the peak day in the middle of the day. And a warm welcome to all of you. It's a very good step that you've already taken towards establishing a business journey for yourself, about deciding to become an entrepreneur. And I think this is, we are very, very, very glad to have you with us. Invision Brands is an organization that works towards bringing maximum global brands from across the globe in the field of primary education, childcare, and early skill development in children. And in that, we have two very good opportunities today to discuss with our Indian investor population. What makes these opportunities extremely special and revenue-wise extremely profitable is the fact that they do not need an external setup which incurs a huge amount of cost. So if you're already an existing preschool owner or any kind of an academic institution or a primary school or a coaching institute, any kind of an establishment in education or academics, which is lying vacant in the second half of the school functioning, we can capitalize on the existing property. We can maximize the revenue making opportunity from the existing real estate by plug and play model of these two brands. So the two brands that we're going to discuss today are, let me just quickly pull up my screen. Just give me a minute. Okay, I hope you're able to see my screen. So the first business opportunity that we have for you is all the way from USA, Mexico. It's a massively popular brand called BusinessKids, and it also has a program for the teenage people, which is Business Teens. Now, this program particularly works for children from the ages of 4 years to 19 years of age. Why this brand is massively popular is because it is the world's first program that offers entrepreneurial development to children. It is the world's first and the world's only program to offer this kind of program or this kind of an entrepreneurial learning to the children from the ages of 4 to 19. From the ages of 4 to 12, the brand is called BusinessKids. And from the ages of 13 to 19, the brand is called Business Teens. It's, as I said, it's massively popular across 21 countries. As we sit today, the number of 109 centers have changed. We are currently at 116 centers, 1 lakh plus children in about 500 plus odd schools. Now, what is BusinessKids? As I said, we help the child to develop business ideas and skills through play. Our activities are aimed at involving kids in business through games, creative endeavors. So we work on developing the leadership skills, self-confidence, esteem, innovation, sales, finance, marketing. So they understand a complete 360-degree approach to how a business gets established and then starts running. And in turn, we create entrepreneurs. There are 4 basic BusinessKids pillars that we work upon: business knowledge, personal development, financial education, and social consciousness. We firmly believe that a child, particularly in their growing age, needs to understand the proper characteristics of a personal development. They need to develop into confident and capable leaders with complete knowledge of how a business is run. While the academic education is extremely important for the child, but apart from that, in this growing competitive culture that the children of today are growing up in, it's an extremely age-appropriate necessity for children to understand business education, because either when they form their professional careers, they will either go up to become entrepreneurs of their own, or else they will move towards creating some kind of a job opportunity for themselves in either government or in the corporate sector. Financial education, this is one pillar that is unfortunately missing in the current education system. Children are not financially literate. They do not understand how to handle finances. And finance management is one of the strongest pillars that we teach at BusinessKids. And of course, at the end of the day, if we talk about entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship is always developed by a social responsibility of solving a problem statement that exists in the society. So we make more socially conscious children of tomorrow. As I said, business teens 13 to 19, we have about 115 odd centers in 21 countries. There are different varieties of program that we conduct. We do regular programs, which are your weekdays. We have weekend classes, we have summer camps, seminars, storytelling sessions. We have some kind of webinar system, master classes, business of art, theater, sports, cooking, any kind of profession, and you have a complete 80-hour program understanding around it. There are lots of children across the globe who have benefited and have, in fact, turned into entrepreneurs at a very young age. Of course, with parental consent. Some of these children have even appeared on Shark Tank Junior for USA and received global fame across the world. We are looking for franchise-owned, franchise-operated models. So how we are looking at this is we only are looking at people who have an existing setup. Let's say they have a preschool of about 2,000 to 2,500 square foot area, in which in the second half, you could easily run a BusinessKids center when that area is not being utilized after 2 o'clock. So from 2 to 8, it can act as a BusinessKids center, so that there is no extra investment around the business, around the setup cost. And in the existing setup only, you can just pay the franchise fee and plug and play the model. So while the complete center model is for 10 lakhs, but for a person who's starting a BusinessKids center in an existing preschool or a school premise, it will only cost about 4.5 lakhs with a payback period of only 6 months. We charge a royalty of 10% month on month in the sales, total sales. We are looking at expansion all across metro capital cities everywhere in tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 cities. Complete support as a sub-franchisee will be given by us. Complete center setup, staff selection, training, recruitment, curriculum, training your consultants who will be delivering the program, advertising, promotion, digital media management, marketing strategy month on month, complete operational guidance and manuals so that you know how to adhere to the brand compliances, and student enrollment assistance in terms of lead optimization and center audit on a yearly basis. So this is more about BusinessKids. The second opportunity that I have is 𝒃𝒐𝒓𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒍𝒊𝒏𝒈, wherein again, it is an after-school program right from the land of USA, massively popular, about 15 odd centers, about 15 odd years. They have already been in existence. They have about 500 franchise centers across the world, established in about 40 odd countries. They have a wonderful mechanism of about 15,000 schools where 2,000 trainers of 𝒃𝒐𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒍𝒊 are present, and 1 million plus students have already benefited from this brand. What this brand primarily does, it's the largest provider of STEM-based education to the children via enrichment and entertainment programs. So children end up learning something, but they come with the intent to play. And while playing with the Legos, while building up a model, they end up learning one or the other principle of STEM. So if you look at, it's an extremely, has won several awards over the last 15 years of its working. It is extremely well coordinated in terms of operational excellence, handling 500 franchisees. They're extremely tech-enabled, 360-degree IT support, 24/7 IT support. They have their own franchise management system, which helps every sub-franchisee to get any kind of support at any given point in time. Why the presence of this brand? STEM education is extremely important. Science, technology, engineering, maths, I think these are the kind of subjects which are preliminary subject that a child is asked by their parents to learn properly, because they kind of decide their job availability in the market. So STEM is the next thing in the Indian economy. It involves critical thinking, innovation, problem solving, thought process, query resolution, thought process development. So all of that STEM education is extremely important, but the concepts being so popular, yet being very complicated to understand. And that's where 𝒃𝒐𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒍𝒊 comes in terms of creating a playway method of the children to understand the complicated concepts of STEM education. So STEM typically stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So these are the kind of programs that we have. So right from typical academic subjects to moving on to more advanced things such as robotics, coding, video game designing, movie making, brick model building, animation, all of that is taught only by simple Lego brick model building. There are multiple streams of income. Again, this is a setup. This is a franchisee which can very easily work as a plug and play with an existing setup. If you already have a setup in place, if you already have a preschool, school, or an academic institution of some kind which is vacant in the second half, you can use this as a 𝒃𝒐𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒍𝒊 center. In those after hours from 2 to 8 o'clock, you can conduct offline programs, after school programs, collaborate with the schools in the morning to deliver it in their premises. You can conduct summer camps, workshops, mini camps, kids night out, family night, birthday parties, which are Lego themed. So all of that you can run from one center. The basic principle that we follow is we learn, we build, and we play. So we play along. The basic intent of 𝒃𝒐𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒍𝒊 is for a child not to be pressurized about the education, not to be pressurized about academics or learning or studying. Any child that walks into a 𝒃𝒐𝒂𝒕𝒐𝒍𝒊 center goes in, gets with the feeling of playing, building something, doing something fun and interactive, and ends up learning one of the science, technology, engineering, or mathematics principle by an extremely interactive and a fun way. So all of these kind of new age 21st century learning and innovation skill sets are what we are focusing on while we enable each child to become more confident and become a friend with such difficult subjects. So all the subjects are mapped to the academic curriculum. If you look at the maths concepts or the science concepts, these are concepts that a growing child studies from class 3 or 4 to say about class 8, 9, 10. And these concepts exactly form the basis of their STEM education later on if they take up engineering or biology or mathematics or any other subject which technically relates to science, technology, or engineering. So these are the subjects, these are the concepts that the child can very easily understand. But they do not even feel the pressure that these are complicated topics. They just do it in a fun play way via Lego model building. We also have worksheets. We have a report card mechanism that can enable the parent of the child to understand how the child is progressing in a Bricks4Kids franchise. We have two business models. The one that we will discuss here is the business model which is work from home. So it is typically where you already have a center and you just convert it into an ad hoc Bricks4Kids center in the second half. These are some kind of activities, camps, as I said, birthday parties, profit centers. So you get, what is the support that you get? You get your own mini website. You get your national advertising done on the global website, done on our social media channels on nationally, and any national leads that are pertaining to your region, we share it with you. You have a completely tech-enabled franchise management tool, FMS, which contains every session recorded so that you or your consultant who is going to be training in the classes, they can refer to this material that is available in the franchise management system and conduct the classes in a similar fashion. So the FMS is basically a proprietary tool that Bricks4Kids has, and it is an end-to-end solution, right from interacting with the parents, interacting with the children, delivering the program, sending them some kind of marketing material, and keeping them engaged, doing the auditing, doing the accounting, doing simple CRM functions. So everything, this is a one-stop tool for the FMS. The territory that we will be offering to one person is say around 2.5 lakh population or a radius of about 10 kilometers. And the fees that we are looking at is about $10,000 US, which typically translates into 8 odd lakhs, 7.5 to 8 odd lakhs, depending on the dollar INR conversion. So we are giving that one unit territory at 8 odd lakh rupees. On top of that, you will have 1.5 lakh rupees that you spend on Lego kits, and about 50,000 that you need to do on the branding, the signage part of it. So just like here, there's a signage that is put up in front of the building and things like that. The royalty that you pay to me is 10%, out of which 7% of the gross revenue and 2% is towards global marketing fee that we take, that the global head of Bricks4Kids, which is in USA, California, they take up 2% for the global marketing expense that they incur for your sub-franchising. The training is completely included. You get the entire training, again, complete support end-to-end in terms of recruitment, training, center operations, running, sales, CRM, marketing strategy, marketing collateral support, accounting, everything you get from us. And in turn, you get that 24/7 support and social media management also as a part of the 5-year agreement that you enter into with us. This is a new model, so anybody who is interested into Bricks4Kids can also connect with us without an additional charge. We also give a Bricks4Biz business, which is for senior children from 11th, 12th, and graduation and furthermore into corporates. So this is a new model where we talk about advanced robotics simulation for a higher age group. So this is something that we can always discuss on a very customized basis to people who are interested in dedicatedly working for Bricks4 business. We are looking for anybody who's a financial, marketing, strategic, and operational fit. I would be looking for someone who's good with children, who has some sort of an academic background, women entrepreneurs or couple entrepreneurs generally have been categorically seen to be doing very well in this kind of a business, or any kind of, and particularly any kind of a existing preschool owner, or a school owner, or the owner of some kind of an academic institution that is lying vacant in the second half. Thank you so much. I think these were the two brands that we were speaking about today. Primarily, what I would again re-emphasize is I will share my number in the chat box for everybody to see. Primarily, what we are looking at is connecting with people who already have the real estate, who already are running some kind of a franchise or their own setup in the first half and have the second half available. And I will be more than happy to have this conversation with you as to how we can maximize. These are the two brands that I present today. But of course, if you wish to reach out to me for any one of them, please feel free and we can get into a conversation about how we can maximize the revenue without of your center without causing any extra expense on your real estate. So thank you so much, friends, for joining in. And as Invision Brands has been doing, we will see you next week again with another webinar. Till then, thank you so much.